Hello, I'm Martyn Brown from Martyn Brown's Marketing Bugle podcast, helping you market your business online. Thank you for listening. There are e-learning courses and other bonuses that you can take for free, which are associated with this series of podcasts. Visit my website, martynbrown.com, for details. That's Martyn with a Y. You can also join my monthly magazine, Digital Bugle, which is downloadable every issue by subscribing to my email updates.
Today's guest is Christina Rowe, founder of Standout Media Group and the powerhouse behind the global community Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs, which brings together more than 2 million members worldwide. Christina is also a marketing expert, author, and mentor who helps women entrepreneurs gain visibility, get featured, and build businesses that truly stand out. Through her platforms, Christina has built not only a thriving media company, but also a movement creating opportunities and resources for women to connect, collaborate, and grow together. Christina, it's lovely to meet you.
It is so wonderful to meet you.
Christina, maybe we could start by just asking you to share a little bit about your journey into entrepreneurship and maybe what inspired you to launch Standout Media Group.
Okay, so it's interesting. I used to have a hair and nail salon back, gosh, in my other life, I call it, back in New Jersey with my ex-husband. And so that was like the beginning of being an entrepreneur. And then when I got divorced, we sold the salon, and I had such a horrendous divorce, I decided to write a book about it. And then this was 2006, so I made a decision to self-publish, which led me to online marketing. And then other people started asking me, how did you do that? Because that's back in the beginning when everybody was just getting started with all of the internet stuff, where there was no click funnels. We were using front page back then. It's like the dark ages, right? And that started me helping other authors and starting to coach them. But it was when I moved to South Florida and I met some other women, and we started a women's organization, and we started doing live events and helping women, which then evolved into me starting Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. That was 2016. And the communities is on Facebook just started growing like crazy. Facebook took notice of it. We were one of the Facebook commercials that they had back that were on. They were playing them all over and on the radio and TV. I got invited to Facebook itself to the Facebook Community Summit in 2019, which was amazing. So the community just kept growing, and I decided to create a space for women to be able to promote their businesses by borrowing my audience. And that's the Standout Online Membership Program. So this way they could grow their businesses from my platform and my audiences across social media. We have time of right now, we have like almost 900,000 in the group, but we have a lot of subgroups and maybe 1.23 million. So we're getting toward the 2 million mark.
That's amazing. Such an achievement. You've obviously achieved so much in your career. How does it feel to have, as you say, almost 2 million members now in the community?
I mean, it's amazing to have so many women, and the whole premise is women helping women. We really want everyone to collaborate, not compete, because I'm a strong believer in that. And so I've had women who've been with me for years and grown their Facebook communities to 200,000, 100,000, 50, 80,000. And they've taken my model of allowing women to pay to promote in their group and giving them benefits. And we've actually collaborated and done summits together. So I don't believe in competition. I believe in let's collaborate. And we've like put our memberships together and sold it as a package. And so I think if women and people in general start thinking like that about collaboration, you really don't have any competitors, because someone is for everyone, right? So you're not going to resonate maybe with someone, you resonate with someone else. So being in this industry, and instead of thinking that there's people out there, that's my competitor and that's my competitor, think more in terms of how you guys can collaborate.
There's an old phrase, isn't there, that a rising tide floats all boats. And I guess that stands true with this as well. By collaborating instead of competing, it does mean that everybody benefits as a result.
It really does. When you have that mindset, you could be doing the same exact thing as someone. And I've had, even before the group, I had partnered with women and we were doing the same exact thing. And like they would, when I used to have clients, they would think, I got too many clients. This person would be perfect for you, or I don't do this part of it. Take this client, vice versa. So it's really powerful when you think in those terms. It's like thinking in abundance instead of scarcity.
And if anybody's thinking of maybe taking their first step right now, Christina, what would you say to them? Because obviously, since you started, times have changed. And as you say, ClickFunnels is now a big thing. Is it
Oh,
easier
yeah.
or is it harder, would you say, now than it was than when you started?
My goodness, it is so much easier. So when I started, like I said, there was no ClickFunnels. It was this thing called Front Page, which was we called the opt-in page. The landing page was a squeeze page back then, and there was no Facebook ads, back in 2006. So there was a lot of tech you had to learn to build things out. Now, especially with AI, I mean, it's so easy for people to start. Like it just compresses time. What may take you years back then can now compress into months because you have all the tools. You have everything at your disposal to start a business. Literally, Claude and ChatGPT and all these AI tools just do the work for you if you know how to prompt them correctly. And back then we didn't have any of that. So definitely a great opportunity to get involved in entrepreneurship and online marketing. But I would say the key is, and I've been saying this now, is that you have to AI proof at the same time your business. And how you can do that is by starting communities because AI cannot touch communities. It's going to get to the point and people are not they're going to want to be in communities. They're not going to want to be talking to robots all the time. So as it invades us more and more, people are going to want to be in person. They're going to be online in feeling like they have that human connection. It's that plus your brand is going to be the most important thing because like I say too, we're like in this trust recession right now. It's not 2020 anymore where everybody went crazy, all COVID, everybody jumped online, people were buying like crazy. And now people are more like hesitant, a little jaded. There's some bad characters. And so people just entering right now, starting out on online businesses, maybe they're going to be like, gosh, how do I build trust? And by starting a community, it's a great way to do that.
I think a lot of people that I speak to say that when they start online, they feel invisible. What do you think is the first step that they should perhaps take to get noticed?
That is the hugest problem, right? It's like crickets online, you're posting, you're in a sea of people with the reels, and it's very hard to get noticed. And that's why one of the things I tell everybody and teach is to borrow other people's audiences. Russell Brunson talks about the Dream 100, right? So you should create a Dream 100 of Facebook groups, school groups, communities, and not to go in with the mindset, I'm going to go spam them all and try to sell them. It's to build the relationships and establish yourself as an expert and authority. And how you can do that is simply you got to spend the time. There's no quick, easy fix. And people think, oh gosh, I'm just going to sit in my underwear on a beach or in a bikini and I'm going to be on the computer and make $1 million. You have to put in the work. And so if you spend half an hour a day, like answering questions in Facebook groups, just with your authority, people are going to notice that. They're going to reach out. I've had members of my own group who do this and they make money just by being authentic because it goes into the DMs, but they're not being sleazy. They're not like cold DMing people. And everybody's just so turned off to that. So if you want visibility, it's a way to start is to start getting involved in communities and start talking to people and start establishing yourself with your expertise.
You created multiple platforms for women, from media groups to mastermind. How do you decide where to focus your own energy, Christina?
I try to focus primarily with my members in my groups. And we also have a school community that is getting close to 10,000 right there in school now, too. So I want to be able to spend time more. I post, but it's more important to be in the comments than posting because people forget what a community is. And a lot of online marketers do this too. It's like they set these things up as like a channel to teach, a guru to student. And that's not what a community is. A community is a place where you're inviting people to your house, you're having that relationship, it's like a gathering. So you want to be part of that gathering as the leader and encouraging the members to be posting, the members to be doing things. So if from that, you're just starting out, you want to also get in there, get into communities, but start your own community as well.
When I mentioned to a friend of mine that I was going to be interviewing you, she said to me, the Standout online system is incredible. It helps so much. Maybe you could talk us through, Christina, how you can help people get featured and get noticed.
So I created that because when my group is starting to grow and I was doing coaching at the time, it says back like 2016, 17. And then I noticed, I'm like, I don't want to compete like directly with my members. A lot of coaches, I'm like, how could I let them borrow my audience? So that how that helps them is you can do posting in the group, you can go live. We have a directory, blog post, you can borrow our podcast and submit podcast episodes that we put up. It's on Spotify and all the channels. And we do spotlights. We just started a new program called Match and Monetize. So we have an AI software where you submit like your information, your niche, what platforms you're on, what you're looking for, and it'll match you with other like-minded members and it'll send an email to each other and you can do email swaps, webinar swaps, Facebook group swaps, shout each other out. It's basically to form those collaborations from inside the membership with other like-minded. So you guys are all collaborating together. So we've had members with tremendous success with posting in the group. And they're the only ones who can do promotional, we call them, type posts, where the other members, it goes through the queue. So they get pre-approval in the group. And the best use case of that in the group is to do lead generating posts as opposed to trying to sell. So giving high value free lead magnets, like I have 50 Canva templates that I made for this niche and who wants it? Or driving people to your own Facebook group. Like, we have people say, where are my Christian entrepreneurs? Or where are my Muslim entrepreneurs? Where are my, spiritual women? Or I have a community, or we're going to do coffee chats. And like people raise their hand in the comments. Then you comment with the link to wherever you want to send them, whether it's a landing page or your Facebook group. And I suggest the Facebook group a lot because you can get the email on the 3 questions when they're coming into the group. And then you can send them the lead magnet, of course, but now you have them in 2 places. So now you've got them in your group that if they're active, Facebook is going to show the group in the feed. It's one of the few things that have changed. Like right now, all the platforms have turned to interest-based. So it doesn't matter how many followers you really have anymore. It's about, are people interested? They're matching the interests, but they're still showing groups. So if they see that you've been in a group and you're like active, you will start seeing posts from that group in your feed. And that's the goal. So you want to be top of mind. So now if you just get the email, it goes to spam or they don't see it or you ignore it. But now you have 2 places where you can get that attention because we're all like vying for attention in this culture.
It's amazing. That piece of advice alone is priceless. Where do people go to find out more about the Standout online system and also about your other opportunities to work with people?
Sure. So the Standout Online membership is on standoutonlinesystem.com. And the group, the big group, if you're not in the group already, it's free. It's womenhelpingwomen.group is the redirect to the Facebook group. And it's another little tip I tell people: if you have a Facebook group and you're on a podcast, you're not going to be able to say that long Facebook / blah, blah, blah. So what you do is actually have, believe it or not, like the .group extension. You can go to GoDaddy. So that's what I got, womenhelpingwomen.group. So then I can say that. It's easy. So it's a little tip for everybody if you have a community to be able to do a quick redirect with the .group. And so that's absolutely free. And our school community is just, if you look up Women Helping Women Mastermind, it's on school, which is amazing because it's absolutely free. And we do virtual coffee chats. So our Standout Online members are the hosts and they build relationships. And the people who come on can do a 30-second business pitch. It's like a traditional mastermind where you brainstorm challenges and gives and what's working. And we do those coffee chats through Go Brunch. So we have these virtual rooms and we have a co-working space. We give a lot of resources. When you join, you get 10 free gifts and there's no cost for it. So that's been very popular and very active over on school. I need to do a redirect for that one, but you just put it in school. If you go to the platform school and you put Women Helping Women, it'll probably come up, but Women Helping Women Mastermind, and you'll see the school community there. And those 2 are free for anybody. And it's lots of value, lots of great people in there, women entrepreneurs. And so those are good places to go. And in the big group, which is free, there's so many amazing members, are very active. Everybody's talking. You can, even if you're not a Standout member, you can ask questions and get help from other women. That's allowed. Anybody's going to do anything that's lead generating or promotional, is a Standout Online member, and they're just borrowing my audience and being able to promote their businesses and grow, because we know how hard and expensive Facebook ads could be, especially for people starting out. If you want to hire an ad agency, oh my gosh, they could charge a fortune plus your ad costs. So that's a struggle I see many women entrepreneurs having, is that they, like you said, invisible. They don't know what to do, because they're like, how do I get into it to take notice? So by going in groups that you can, if you can pay for to be in a group, find them, then it's great. There's other women's groups now that do it too. Not so much I see in other niches, but I wish that would change, because some are starting now. I believe I started this model back in 2017, 18, but I'm starting to see some now allowing opportunities to allow people to sponsor groups, to be able to get in front of their audiences. And I hope more niches start doing this, because it just presents a little ecosystem outside of Facebook ads that we can all have that opportunity to get visibility.
Absolutely. And how important do you think it is, or what importance would you put on personal brand, and particularly in your own journey as an entrepreneur? How important has that been for you?
And this personal brand is crucial, because anybody's going to do business with you, right? They're going to Google you. And if nothing comes up, or if your Facebook profile has a picture of a flower or your dog, and you don't have any, I can't tell you how many times you check someone out and it's not optimized. All of your social platforms should be branded, optimized with links where you want people to go. And including, a lot of people don't know this, but when you're in Facebook groups, you have your own profile. It looks just like your real Facebook profile, but it's each group you can edit it, and you can completely change it for each group with different call to actions. So I tell people, make a banner. Like in my group, I have a separate banner for the group profile that leads to my school community. So if it says click on the image, because that opens up on Facebook where you can put the link. I use that in that way, so you can modify it. And how you'll notice, if you go in any group and you click on someone's profile picture in the group, you think they're on their profile, but you'll see their posts, but you have to click view profile. So even if they never change it, it's going to look exactly the same. So it's a little hidden way to have a little more advertisement in groups by having your own profile. But for branding, I would say credibility, that we're in it. Like I said, the trust recession, you need to have that instant credibility. Being on the media, getting logos. And I'm not talking about the logos that everybody gets like MSN. I'm talking about go to your local media. It's very easy to get in local media. It's just people are always like perceive celebrity or media as better or credible, right? It's just our culture, especially in the United States. So you want to make sure, you're on podcasts, that you have the logos up there, that you're doing that so people feel comfortable giving you money, that you're reputable. So if you're ignoring your brand, get professional photos, start going on podcasts, try getting some local media, build that credibility, and make sure you're all branded across the board, because it's going to be very important, especially now with people choosing, especially you do high ticket or what, people are going to be looking at different people, and it will turn someone off if there's nothing on this person. How do I know they're legitimate? Are they going to rip me off? So the more you can build your brand and have credibility, the better.
Is having a book really important?
Having a book is a wonderful way to gain authority. I think it was more important maybe a couple of years ago. I don't know if people search out now, okay, you have to have a book. It's still phenomenal, and you can still do it extremely easily now with AI. Of course, you want to edit it, make it human, but it could help you with your outline and everything. And you could self-publish on Amazon, print on demand, and it gives you that authority. So I think having a book, yes, it's amazing. And then you can use it, I say, as your business card. When I wrote my book in 2006, I had a well-known author who helped me, and he said to me, your book is just your business card. And I was actually like, what? What are you talking about? My business card. I put all this effort. It's my life, my divorce, and this and that. I wrote about my divorce, but I understood what he meant. He was 100%, because it's credibility. You can give your book away. I would say it's definitely an important thing to do, but don't stress if you don't have a book. If it's, oh my God, how am I going to write a book now? It's something you can do down the line, but if you can do one, definitely.
Love that. Love that, Christina. It's a fascinating subject, and I enjoyed talking with you about this. I know we could probably talk for hours, and I'd love that, but I know that we're pushed for time. So maybe you could just tell us again, if anybody wants to find out more about you and how you could help them achieve their dream of an online business, where should we go to do that?
So obviously I'm on Facebook, Christina Rowe. If you put that on Facebook, I have my main website's ChristinaRowe.com. So that's easy to reach me through the website as well. And that has basically all the ways you can reach me, and it has everything on there as well, ChristinaRowe.com. So that's probably the best avenue.
That's great. Thank you very much for all your insights today. It's been an absolutely fascinating conversation. And thank you again for being so generous with your time. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, it's an honor to be on your podcast. I really appreciate you having me, and this was so much fun.
For more online business podcasts and to request an interview for the podcast, visit martynbrown.com for details at Martyn with a Y. Thank you for listening.